Good morning. I'm your cousin Dave, and this is Why the Blues. Good morning. This is your cousin Dave. It's bright and early. It's around 7:34 on a Tuesday morning, June the 6th. Wow, we're moving right along, aren't we, folks? Hope you're having a good morning so far. I am. And we've got a special show ahead for you. We're going to play selections from the Monterey International Pop Festival, which was held June 16th, 17th, 18th of 1967. And if you're not familiar with the Monterey International Pop Festival, let's just put it this way. If it hadn't been for this festival, I doubt if Woodstock would have happened. This was the festival that really kick-started the movement to large festivals and to having top talent And I'm not kidding you about that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read you a little bit about it real quick, and then we're going to start playing some of the music. But this is from the liner notes from the box set. On one impossibly perfect weekend, June 16th, 17th, and 18th of 1967, a new generation threw its own coming out party. The Monterey International Pop Festival, rock's first major festival, was also the first time such diverse cross-section of new and established artists had shared the same stage, much less played free to benefit rock's first charitable organization, the Monterey International Pop Festival Foundation. And let's see here. Here are the statistics. All right. The number of shows, 5. The number of acts, 31. The Monterey population before the festival was 26,000. The Monterey population during the festival was 200,000 estimated. Wow, there's a lot of folks there. And just to give you an idea, I think this is hilarious. If I can find this, yes. Now these days you pay $60, $70, $80, $100, maybe $200, $300 for a good concert ticket. Back then, tickets ranged from $3 to $6.50. Can't you imagine? And adjusted to inflation, that would be anywhere from $22 to $47. Still a bargain. Because this was the festival that introduced to the world Jimi Hendrix, Ravi Shankar, the Byrds, of course, were established, but the Buffalo Springfield were on. Otis Redding reached a wider audience. This festival was unbelievable. In many ways, I think it was the better festival between it and its successor 2 years later, Woodstock, because Woodstock had its rain and had a lot of confusion and all. Although I think it turned out to be a momentous occasion, I think this festival would have been the one I would want to go to, because it was just nothing but sunny and sweet, and people were loving each other. As a matter of fact, after this festival, they called it the Summer of Love. So, without further ado, we're going to have introductions from one of the organizers of this festival. You know him from the Mamas and Papas. This is John Phillips with the festival introduction. And he's going to mention the first act to play, and we won't be playing them because they're not a blues act, but I'm going to let it play on so you can get the flavor of this festival.
On behalf of everyone who's worked so very hard to make this pop festival a reality, I'd like to thank everyone involved. And as you know, our theme is music, love, and flowers. And, the music will be here in a moment. You got the flowers when you came in the door. We hope that everyone here will supply the love so we have a really good festival for everyone involved. To open up the first Monterey International Pop Festival, we'd like to give you the Association.
Now, we're not playing the Association because they're more of a pop band, but we are going to start with a Chicago native, a gentleman who had a tremendous voice, and I'm talking about the late, great Lou Rawls. First tune from him is going to be Love is a Hurtin' Thing. And by the way, we're going to play their whole sets before I interrupt between each one. You're listening to Wild Blues. This is KBLP. I'm your cousin Dave, and you're at the Monterey Pop Festival back in 1967.
I'd like to have you welcome now with a warm round of applause a man whose voice everybody would like to have, Mr. Lou Rawls.
When they put this record out, they call it rock and roll. I got a lot of, nasty notes and dirty phone calls. When the record first came out, cat say, hey, Jim. I said, yeah. Say, you jive. I said, what you talking about, baby? So you play them rock and roll songs, Jim. I said, what rock and roll? So that new record you got, I said it ain't rock and roll, baby. It's a new day. We got a new age going for us now. We call it rock and soul, baby. Yeah, tell it like it is. The facts tell it all. It says, for every little kiss, there's a little teardrop. Every single thrill, there's another heartache. The road gets rough, the going gets tough. Yes, love is a hurting thing. Oh, love is a hurting thing now. When you're in my arms, I'm a king on the throne. But when we're apart, I walk the streets alone. One day happiness, next day loneliness. Love is a hurting thing. Oh, love is a hurting thing now. Will love bring so much joy? Why must it bring such pain? Yes, it's a mystery that nobody can explain. Maybe I'm a fool to keep on loving you. There may come the time you'll break my heart in two now. But I want you so, I want you though I know that love is a hurting thing. Love is a hurting thing. Love is a hurting thing, yeah. It'll hurt you to your heart. It'll even break your heart in two. Love the hurting thing. Oh, yeah. I was born in a city they call the Windy City. And they call it the Windy City because of the hawk. Almighty hawk. Talk about Mr. Wind, kind of mean around wintertime. I happened to live on a street that was a dead-end street. There was nothing to block or buffer the winds, the elements, keep them from knocking my pad down, Jim. I mean, really socking it to me. When the boiler would bust and the heat was gone, I'd have to get fully dressed before I could go to bed. Put on everything but my goulashes because they had buckles on them. My folks didn't play that. They said, don't you get this bed, them buckles on your goulashes, boy, and tap my bedclothes, but I was fortunate. As soon as I was big enough to get a job, save enough money to buy me a ticket, I split. I got myself together now. See, I'm going to go back and see about it and see if it's still the same. I just want to tell you about it. Let you know what it's all about. They said this is a big, rich town. I live in the poorest part. I was raised on a dead-end street in a city without a heart. I learned to fight before